Hi everyone, welcome to the March 2024 energy forecast. I am Tara Joy, an energy intuitive, and I offer intuitive readings, energy scans, and distance healing sessions. In this video, I'm sharing information that's come through from my guides about what the energy of March has in store for us. And at the end, I have a little something special for all of you, a special offer. So stay till the end and see what that offer is. I've also included timestamps down below if you want to skip ahead in the video. Ready to get into it? Let's go. And just like that, it's already March. I don't know if you blinked and February's over, but that's how I have felt. The energy has felt like it's just going so quickly. So the first theme that came through is that plans are in motion. Progress doesn't always happen at the same speed, and I've been noticing that you've put all this effort into things, you're getting things going, and then it just kind of slows way down. And so your guides want you to know that everything is falling into place. All the work that you've put in, all of the energy that you've put into things is working in the background, and the reason you're not seeing progress happen at the moment is just everything sort of working in the energetic areas, clearing and making way. It's almost like it's making a path for you in the physical. And I know I always want things to progress as quickly as possible. And when I get a glimpse of something, I want it to be happening right now. But it has to be in divine timing at the right time. So sometimes we have to have that patience and allow things to unfold in the timing that is perfect for each one of us. And they've been telling me that things are going to pick up in March. So things are going to start moving again. And especially as equinox approaches. So March 20th is spring equinox, and this is always a really good time for manifesting, for starting new things. It's traditionally when we start thinking about planting the crops. Which seeds are we going to plant? Where are we going to plant them? How do we nourish the soil? So if you think of this for yourself, what are you wanting to bring in? And how do you want that to grow and expand into what's best for you? So use this equinox energy for that. And then we're all gonna benefit from some spring energy coming out of this. I always find January to March to be a really dark time. Part of it is my geographical location, being in Canada, in a province that gets a lot of rain and snow during these times, so we don't get a lot of sunshine. So more sunshine is coming, which means more energy, more motivation, and it's going to help progress all of those projects, whether they're personal, relationships, work related. It's all going to start moving again in March, and I can't wait. The second theme that came through is jumping timelines. Without getting into a whole big description, timelines are basically your journey's timeline. And depending on decisions that you make or paths that you take, you can shift your timeline. And recently I've noticed how time feels different on different days. Sometimes it's excruciatingly slow, and then the next day it's really extremely fast. I've also noticed some days when I'm in the same place that I've been hundreds or thousands of times, but it feels new. It feels fresh and different, even if I was there the day before at the same time. So this is how we might experience the energetic timeline shifts in the physical. It's very subtle. It's not like in the movies where you just wake up and everybody looks different and your home's different. I wish it was that easy. And your guides want you to be aware that as 2024 proceeds, this is going to start happening more. So you'll have these moments of, oh, this feels different, or my body feels different, or something feels like it shifted. You'll also see it start happening in relationships. So there'll be a deepening of connection. And this is like friendships, family, romantic partners. So deepening of connections where the love and gratitude you have for these people who are in your life is just going to go so deep and be so profound. And also, like, the people that might irritate or annoy you, it's going to soften a little bit. And that's coming from the inner work that you're doing. So whenever we want to change something on the outside, so in our external world, we have to make the shift within ourselves and in our own energy field first. So when you start noticing those shifts outside, that's when you know the work that you've done is coming to fruition. And it's very exciting. The third theme, this one's a big one. I mean, they're all big ones, but this one's a big one. It's heightened connection to spirit. So as we collectively shift our consciousness and awareness, we're developing stronger connections to spirit. And spirit can mean something different to each individual. It could be source, it could be divine source, it could be God, ancestors, past loved ones, energy in the ethereal realms, so fairies, elves, dragons. It could also mean galactic energy, and cosmic entities, which I connect with a lot. And they're connecting with us and sending us messages to help. So if you've noticed an increase in experiencing connections or signs, especially if you're connected with the spirit realm, so past loved ones or entities that may not have been human, but are in the earth realm, you're probably noticing they're connecting and communicating more often. Know that you're not alone. A lot of others are experiencing this. And what your guides want you to know is to be sure to be setting those boundaries of what you allow, what you don't allow, and also when you're open to communication and when you're not. Part of that is developing a sacred space, like opening a safe space to have that communication flow, and then closing it when you're complete, when it's done. It can be overwhelming at first because you don't understand what's happening or what it all means. And as humans, we want to attach a meaning to everything, and we're not always meant to know the meaning. We're not always meant to know all of why it's happening. So know that there's others of us out here experiencing this. You are not you're not alone. You're not going crazy. And reach out if you need help, because I'd love to share experiences. So things that I've personally noticed are, like, out of the corners of my eyes, I see like sparks of light. That's been happening. Sensing someone is here when there's no one in the room. You just, like, if I have my head down and I'm writing notes or reading something, I just feel possibly a presence beside me, but I know there's nobody there. Another thing is seeing movement, like, and especially when it's darker. I don't notice it as much when it's bright out, but when it's darker, I just see movement out of the corner of my eye, and when I look, there's nothing there. And footsteps. Once in a while I'll hear footsteps and I know nobody's around. No one's with me. Doors creaking. And recently I held space and I shut a door to a closet, and then we were talking and everything was going on, and then I just noticed a little later the door was open. So it's just, spirit's doing its thing. And the most important thing is be curious about it. And if you can, allow the fear to move away. Because I know it's fearful, but it's not there to hurt you. The fourth theme that came through is finding soul family. So 2024 is all about abundance, and this includes abundance in multiple places in our lives and in every aspect of our lives. So connecting with new people and finding soul family. So who are soul family? So soul family are people who you've shared lifetimes with, and you've made a soul contract to reincarnate together in this lifetime. They could have been biological family in past lifetimes. They could have been like business partners or friends. So, and usually there's a soul contract between you to do work and healing together. And whenever I've met soul family, and I've met many over the past few years, it's like you have one conversation and it's like you've known them for a decade, and you immediately have that connection, and you feel drawn to spend more time with them because your energy is rejuvenated when you're with them, and they just become like family overnight. So I'm here to say it can happen. I've met many soul family. And as we allow our energy to be part of our vocabulary, like if we talk about energy more and we are open to the energy, then we're unconsciously welcoming that energy into our lives, and therefore becoming a magnet to our soul family, and vice versa. They're being a magnet to our energy. So you might find yourself drawn to a location that's new to you. And when you go, encounter soul family, and you don't understand why you wanted to go to this place, but it's not until you run into these people that you understand, oh, it's because my soul family was there. So you're both being beacons of energy, attracting each other. So this also brings up being brave about doing new things, because I know I often do the familiar things because I know the outcome and expectation. I know how it's gonna go, so I go to the same coffee shops, the same restaurants, do the same routine, the same walk, but your guides really want you to go outside of that comfort zone and really explore new places, to find these people, because often that's where our soul family are hanging out and waiting for us to meet each other again. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world that you're here with me right now. If you enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, please consider subscribing and liking the video. That's how other magical souls like yourself are able to find it. If you'd like to connect on other social channels, there's links down in the descriptions, including Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And now for my special offer, I'm offering a mini reading for $11, and this gets you a card pulled and then a message channeled for you from your guides, recorded as audio, that's sent to your email. So you don't even have to schedule a time for us to meet. It all happens through the beauty of the energy of the universe. I hope you have an amazing month, and I will see you next time. And remember, you are the magic.